Like the whole religion is just so beautiful, and I like how our liturgy is really traditional.
I like all the different services like Vespers, Matins.
Oh, Vespers is awesome. Vespers and Compline.
Compline too.
The Catholic Church has really taught me how to live. I mean, without it, I honestly probably wouldn't really care about anything else other than just myself. But with the Catholic Church, I mean, that it's just, and the Byzantine Church, it seems more closer to the original.
To be strengthened and helps us go into a world that might not like that we're Byzantine Catholic or express our faith. Yet all of these people who are strengthening each other and inspiring each other help us preach the gospel.
My experience with my parish and Byzantine Catholic events in life is building a really good network of friends and people to depend on who are separate from school and other things. You know, I just graduated from high school, so a lot of my friends are going off our separate ways, but this is a good network of people to fall back on.
I feel special when I come here because I'm able to see God in everyone and myself.
And everything.
So, in everything. Yeah.
That way.
Yeah, the chanting,
Oh,
like just all the tradition. It's stuff
Sometimes
that,
it gives me goosebumps, and so that, you know, it's like music running through you.
yeah, like
Makes you focus more.
like a few days ago I heard that the St. John Chrysostom liturgy is the oldest liturgy in use, and for me to be a part of that is just mind-boggling.
Like when in the media, everything has to, okay, that happened last week, forget it. But like tradition and faith is rooted so much, and the people respect what all those people before us laid down and to guide us. Icons. When I come here, icons, there's so much depth to it, and sometimes, I mean, it is kind of a flat style sometimes, but like you look into it and you really feel a presence of God.
Well, being Byzantine has really opened my life up to a lot of opportunities, and going on the mission trip this year to West Virginia helped me to understand, be more open towards every kind of people, and it really helped change my life, basically turn me around, and now I can feel that I'm more loving and more close to Christ than I ever have been, and it's been a great experience, and I want to keep coming to these events, and being a youth in all of this is amazing. You can't get it any better than this.
The first time I went to a Byzantine church, I wasn't really used to all the stuff, and it was just everyone welcomed me in, and everyone was so friendly, and I knew that right then that I love this church, and I want to keep going to the Byzantine Rite churches, and I had a lot of fun with everyone. And I love coming to these kind of retreats because it brings me closer to God.
Byzantine events in my life through the Eparchy of Parma have really changed my life in a lot of ways. I remember going to my first boys camp, and there was just so much prayer, and I saw a lot of young men that really wanted to strive and be with God, and it really encouraged me to try harder and pray more. And the next year I went back to boys camp, and I saw even more faces and how they were changed by how many people were at this, just how many young men wanted to actually be with Christ. And then recently I just came to this camp out in Mariupol, and then there was both young men and women who really strove to be with Christ, and that's really changed me in my life, because it's made me want to be able to pray more and be with Christ more, and it's reinforced my relationship with Christ, and I just really hope that I'm able to help other people with their relationship with Christ through example.
Before coming to these events like the March for Life or Girls Camp or the pilgrimage at Mariupol, I never really, I would pray, but I was never able to hear God speaking directly to me. And after spending all this time here at these events and everything, I was actually able to hear him one time. And it was just amazing, and I think all of this really, really helped. It made a difference in my life. It's just amazing and the most wonderful feeling in the world.
Well, I think it brought me closer to God, and it makes me look at things with a different view. Well, I try to put more of a positive spin on, positive look on things.
Yeah, I think from just meeting Father Richard when he opened the door for me that faithful day to spending time in liturgy with Father Bruce and Deacon Michael Lee and just all the beautiful people, Bishop John and the sisters, and just all the beautiful witnesses, and how the Byzantine faith and just becoming Catholic has allowed me to really question my own vocation and kind of moving forward the exciting future that is in store. So being Byzantine Catholic is really no less than changed my life completely.
In addition to the fellowship, just the prayer that is ever present and how Christ pervades every moment, I think has been for me, just a very joy-giving experience.
Being Byzantine Catholic has impacted my life because throughout growing up I was exposed to other religions and faiths, and while I appreciate all that they have to offer, I always look back on my Byzantine faith and think about the liturgy and singing and just how beautiful everything is, and just really appreciate what I have and how lucky I am to be a part of this church, and just wish I could tell everyone about it and just see what they're missing, I guess.
If it wasn't for the Byzantine Church, I wouldn't be able to live out my vocation to the full. And I'm just so grateful that I was born into this church so that I didn't need to go through the process of being drawn into the church like many people I know, but the Holy Spirit was just able to draw me deeper into the church, into the heart of the church as a monastic, and to pray for the church and the world and to be a witness. And this is my deepest fulfillment.
My family and I joined the Byzantine Church about 8 or 9 years ago, and one of the things that I find so beautiful about the Byzantine Church in particular is that we've kept so many of the ancient hymns and rituals for hundreds, even thousands of years. And what it does by keeping all these old traditions is that it connects us with the people, the Christians who've come before us. And for that reason, it's always timeless and vibrant. And there's always going to be a future for it.
And when it came time for me to figure out where God wanted me to be, I'd spent so much time praying in the Byzantine Church that it only felt like a natural home, even though I didn't grow up Byzantine. And I'm just grateful for that opportunity and for the beauty and the deep mystery of the prayer life that we have, and of the opportunity that I've been afforded to test my vocation at the monastery.
You can never find that anywhere else except
The Byzantine Church.
Exactly.
And no one really knows about it anymore either, because not many people go to church. But I mean, I don't know, I feel like all the young people are giving it much more hope.
Right.